Okay, enough of that. Anyway, JJ is back with his second annual football predictions for the 2012 season. And if last year was my first annual was the 2011 ones, I was actually pretty dead on a couple things. It's on my videos somewhere, you can go back and look at it. But I was actually dead on a couple things. I had the Eagles missing the playoffs, I had the Giants winning the East, I had Baltimore coming out of the AFC, which was this damn close. Fucking Billy Cundiff, but I can't blame him for that, because we lose as a team. Exactly. But, yeah, so JJ is back. So let's run through this year's fucking predictions, which are bound to go wrong. Okay, give me a second here. Let me fucking find them. Oh! I almost forgot to mention, I left this page up on my computer as a reminder to me. Russell Wilson was just named the Seattle Seahawks quarterback for the season. That one I didn't see coming. JJ did not see coming on that one. For the simple fact of, I thought for sure they would have started Matt Flynn. I thought even if it was close, they'd go with Matt Flynn because he's got the experience and Russell Wilson doesn't. But damn, like, granted, I don't watch the preseason. I don't. It's preseason. Like, it doesn't mean anything. You have guys out there the first couple of weeks that are playing, that are going to be fucking bagging groceries around the practice squad. You're never going to hear from them again, you know? So granted, I don't watch the preseason at all. So yeah, that just completely caught me off guard. That was just breaking news right now. That caught me off guard. I didn't think at all that he'd be named the Seattle Seahawks starting quarterback. But hey, Russell Wilson, I salute you. What the fuck? Okay. Oh yeah, and the fucking Indianapolis acquired Vontae Davis, the cornerback from Miami. I like it, Indy. Not a bad move. High second round pick. Shaky. But I like it. It's not bad. Won't complain. Anyway, so let me go and try and find this. Hold on here. Oh, fuck is it? No, that's not it. Here we go. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Here's JJ's 2012 NFL predictions. I'm actually going to start with the AFC, because the AFC is less shocking. So, well, maybe not, depending on who you're a fan of. Alright. In the AFC, starting with the East, I have, shocker alert, Buffalo winning the AFC East. You are damn skippy. I know, I keep looking at the screen. I know, I don't look up at the webcam, I'll look down at the screen. I don't know. So, excuse me if I just start looking down and start talking. Excuse me. But, yes, I have Buffalo winning the AFC East. The reason for that is the Patriots, although they had a good draft, I believe they lost a key figure when they lost BenJarvus Green-Ellis, the running back to Cincinnati. Tom Brady's still Tom Brady. There's still tremendous talent on that team, but eventually you can't continue winning Thursday titles year in and year out. I mean, hell, they even lost the division title to Miami that one year, and they had Chad Pennington at quarterback. So I think with all the moves that Buffalo's made in the offseason, Mario Williams, they had a good draft. I think Buffalo wins the division this year. And as a Giants fan, I say congratulations, Buffalo. I mean, I know everybody in Buffalo is still having nightmares about those 4 straight Super Bowl losses, and Scott Norwood is their boogeyman. But, you know, as a Giants fan, I say I wish you the best, Buffalo. And congratulations on me predicting you to win the division, I guess. Alright, moving on. The AFC North. Here's another shocker. Cincinnati. I have Cincinnati winning the division. The reason behind this is Baltimore's defense is aging. It's not going to continue like this forever. Ed Reed, as far as I know, I don't even know if he's playing this year. I think he's still like on a fence or something. I mean, please leave in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard anything, and I practically live on sports. So I live on fucking ESPN and pretty much all kinds of sports, except for basketball. I don't like basketball that much. But Pittsburgh, I don't know. There's just something about Pittsburgh I don't like. I think the holdout with Mike Wallace is going to hurt them tremendously. They're, for some reason, I'm not sold on their defense. I'm not. Their first round pick just tore his MCL. He's out for the year. DeCastro, his name, he tore his MCL out for the year. He was an offensive lineman, I think. So, there goes some help in that area. So I'm not sold on Pittsburgh. Cleveland, we shouldn't even be talking about them in contention for the division. They have a little ways to go before they get there. So yeah, I like Cincinnati. They are very talented, very young team. I know I always say don't believe in one guy after 1 year, and I will stick to that. As far as Andy Dalton and AJ Green go, I will stick to that. But I think with the draft they had, with all the talent they have there, I think they made the right call a couple years ago when they decided to keep Marvin Lewis there. I think Cincinnati takes a big step forward this year. I think Cincinnati wins the division. So, 2 shockers right off the bat. Hold on. Anyway. Alright. Go to the South. Not a shocker here. It's Houston. Plain and simple. I mean, who's really going to contend with them? Yeah, Houston, Tennessee, Indy. Fuck's the other one? The fuck is that moving? Oh, what the fuck that was? I mean, who's really gonna? This is really bad. I can't even remember who the fuck the 4th team is. Houston, Indy, Tennessee. Oh my fucking god. Alright, hold on. Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god. It's... Okay, NFL.com, scores and stats, standings, division. Who the hell is in the AFC? Jacksonville! Oh yeah, Jacksonville. They have some bright spots. I mean, Blaine Gabbert, I think yet to have a somewhat talented team around him to see what he can do. Justin Blackman, I believe, is going to be a good wide receiver. But the holdout with Maurice Jones-Drew, I think, is going to kill him. It's going to utterly kill him. If you don't have Maurice Jones-Drew there, you don't have a chance at the playoffs. And besides Maurice Jones-Drew, Jacksonville has a lot of other holes to deal with. So, yeah, I'm gonna pass on. Yeah, we can just keep Jacksonville out of the picture. Alright, what the hell do we got next here? The AFC West. This is where it gets interesting. The AFC West last year, 3 teams finished with 8-8, and Kansas City finished 7-9. And I believe the division will be just as close this year. But if you take into the account of what Romeo Crennel did last year with Castle out, Jamal Charles out, their starting tight end out, Eric Berry, their safety, out. I think with all those guys back healthy, plus Jonathan Baldwin, by all accounts, has looked great in camp. You had Peyton Hillis there as a backup running back, and which I think he could still be serviceable, you know. They have a lot of talent there on that team. A lot of talent. And I think they're another version of Cincinnati where it's a very good young team. And I'm going with Kansas City to win the division. Kansas City wins the AFC West. San Diego, I'm not sold on. Again, questions with their defense. They lost Vincent Jackson as a wide receiver. I even have questions of running back. As you can take that for what it's worth, but there's a lot of questions around San Diego. Denver has some good players on defense. On the offensive side of the ball, okay, they acquired Peyton Manning. I mean, I know Demaryius Thomas is their wide receiver to help them out. They were one of the top rushing teams last year. I don't know. Peyton's turned in some Jekyll and Hyde performances in this preseason so far, from what I've read anyway. Like I said, I haven't watched a preseason game yet. Not even the Giants and Jets one. So yeah, I'm going with Kansas City. Alright, now the wild cards for the AFC. Oh my god, I'm 12 minutes into this. I haven't even gotten to the NFC yet. Holy shit. Anyway, wild cards for the AFC. Oh, hold on. Okay. Anyway, wild cards for the AFC. I have New England having won. I like New England. I don't think they're missing the playoffs unless half the frickin' team gets injured. But hell, even if Brady goes down, you got Ryan Mallett behind him, and I fully believe with a couple of years of teaching behind Brady and with Belichick, Ryan Mallett's going to be a good NFL quarterback. He's got a great arm. But that's another topic for another day. Yeah, so I got the Patriots having one, and Baltimore having the other one. I know what I said before about it, but I never said I didn't think they'd made... Okay, I screwed up the words, let me backtrack that. I know what I said before about it, but I never said I didn't think they'd make the playoffs. I believe Baltimore will get in the playoffs, but I don't think... I don't know they're going to go as far as they did last year. Now, here's what's going to cause some shit. The AFC champion to go to Super Bowl. Fucking number are we up to? 40. Yeah, whatever. 40, whatever. I think it's 40. Yeah, we haven't reached 50 yet. So yeah, 40 something. I don't know. I can't fucking remember. I've been drinking for hours. I can't remember. But the AFC winner, Kansas City. If everybody stays healthy, I believe Kansas City can take a wide open AFC. I don't think there is a dominant team in the AFC that you can look at and say, yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl. I think it's wide open. I think I can see Houston putting up a damn good fight. The same with Baltimore, New England, like Buffalo, Cincinnati. I can see them. I can see them all representing the AFC actually, but I like Kansas City. I mean, you could also say, well, if it's wide open, wouldn't you give the edge to Tom Brady in New England because of their experience? True, but I don't know. I like Kansas City, so that's what I'm going with. That's the AFC. Now, switch to the NFC. Alright, the NFC East. And I've already seen something that pissed me off this year on that. ESPN.com actually had a thing where I don't even know who he was, but they had some guy in there picking his predictions for the playoffs and shit, and they had Philadelphia winning the division. Everybody from ESPN has Philadelphia winning the division every goddamn year, and it never happens. So the NFC East goes to the Men in Blue. The Giants are winning the East for the second year in a row, and there is not a goddamn thing that is going to change that. Washington, they're rebuilding. Rookie quarterback, got some question marks on the offensive line, even at receiver actually. Running back got some question marks. Defense, I'm not 100% sold on. They got great pieces on defense, don't get me wrong, but total defense wise, I'm not fully sold on. Washington is in a rebuilding mode. Dallas, Tony Romo, Maurice Claiborne, their top pick. I don't even know what the hell is going on with that. Dez Bryant, if they can manage to pull him off beating the shit out of his mother for 5 minutes and actually get him on the field, then maybe he could be a productive player, but, you know, you may have to have a figurative leash on him because every time he's on that field and despises his mother in the stands, he's gonna go beat the fuck out of her. So, if you can manage to, you know, put him on, I don't know, calm that boy down or something. Restrain him from beating the fuck out of his mother, and maybe he could be a good player. There was a joke somewhere in there, but I forgot it. Other than that, Dallas, I think, is overhyped like they are every year. I'm not even sold on Tony Romo as a quarterback. Is he a good NFL quarterback? Yes, but I think he's not. He's way overhyped. Philadelphia, Vic can't stay healthy for shit. Not like it helps because his accuracy is horrendous. LaShawn McCoy, running back. Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin. They got, even on defense, they got some good pieces there. But I think same as year in and year out, Philadelphia is overhyped, plain and simple. Simple as that. Moving on, NFC North. And no real shocker here, I guess. I got the Packers winning the North. Chicago, I know they got Brandon Marshall back. They drafted Austin Jeffrey to give Cutler finally some help at wide receiver if Cutler's not busy faking an injury. But I don't think they're good enough to overtake Green Bay. I don't think so. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL. And I know I'm a Giants fan. I love Eli. Eli is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and hands down, no doubt about it. But as far as number 1 goes, that's Aaron Rodgers. Detroit, I will get to them in a minute. All I have to say is they are a very young, very talented team. But again, I don't think as great as Stafford is and Calvin Johnson. You know, they got Nate Burleson in there. Titus Young, and drafted Ryan Broyles. they have tons of talent on offense and on defense. You'll get Ndamukong Suh. You'll get what's the kid they drafted last year? I think he was out of Auburn. He was out of Auburn. I can't remember his name. I can't remember. They have a great defensive line. Detroit's a very good team. But again, they can't overtake Green Bay. Moving on, NFC South. I have Atlanta winning the division. I think with all the turnover that's going on in New Orleans this offseason, you're on your interim head coach for the first 6 weeks of the season. You don't have your GM for like the first, I think it's like 6 or 8 weeks. Sean Payton's gone for the season. You know, in my belief, it would take a monumental effort for the Saints to get to the playoffs this year with everything that's going on, all the off-field distractions. I don't see. There's no way, in my opinion. I don't see New Orleans making the playoffs. NFC West. I was actually on the fence about this one. Between a couple teams, but I'm going with the 49ers. Again, tremendously talented team. I'm not sold on Alex Smith. He had one good year out of how many he's been in the league. I'm not sold on Alex Smith. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I fully expect Colin Kaepernick to be starting by the trading deadline. But the NFC West is not exactly the strongest division in football. So therefore, I'm going with the 49ers. Actually, on the fence going back and forth between them and Seattle. But I gotta hand it to the 49ers just because they're a lot more talented team than Seattle. Alright, the wild cards. Here's where I'm gonna get more shit. I got Detroit winning one. Detroit gets one of the wild cards, and Tampa Bay gets the other one. Tampa Bay made great upgrades in the offensive line. They signed Vincent Jackson to give Josh Freeman some wide receiver help. I like Tampa Bay, I really do. They're a very young team, but just like Detroit, Cincinnati, very talented. So, Detroit and Tampa Bay are the two wild cards. My NFC is the Giants, Packers, Atlanta, 49ers, Detroit, and Tampa Bay. So those are my NFC playoffs. And the NFC winner, who else? Led by Eli Manning, Big Blue. The Giants go back to the Super Bowl to face Kansas City. I'm sorry, Romeo Crennel, Matt Castle, you're good, but you're not the best, because that goes to Big Blue. The Giants will win back-to-back Super Bowls. Tom Coughlin will get his third ring. Eli will get his third ring. Umenyiora will get his third ring. Tuck will get his third ring. Oh, hell, a lot of people on that damn team will get their third ring. And Eli will, well, hell, Eli, in my opinion, is already a Hall of Famer. But, hell, in my opinion, I don't think anybody's going to beat the Giants this year. Okay, that came out kind of wrong. They're not going to go 16-0. You know what I mean. I think the Giants will repeat as Super Bowl champions. And I know I had this in my first video last year as the Packers repeating. This seems to be a common theme going on here. I don't know why. But, I hope I didn't jinx them. I really didn't, because I fucked the Packers over royally last year. Not that I minded. We beat them in the NFC playoffs, so not that I minded. Alright. Get to the awards. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dante Hightower. The linebacker for New England. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I gotta go with the first overall pick, Andrew Luck. The comeback player of the year. The comeback player of the year is any Detroit Lions running back who was injured and is now back this year. Because God fucking knows they have had a billion running back injuries. Javid Best with concussion issues, Michael Short a torn ACL. The list goes on and on and on. Whichever one of the billion running backs they have hurt was back this year, that's my comeback player of the year. Any Detroit Lions running back who was injured. The offensive player of the year, Calvin Johnson, wide receiver from Detroit. I am going... Oh shit, what's his nickname? Does he have one? I thought he had a nickname. I don't know. If he does, I can't remember. Defensive player of the year, who better than JPP? Jason Pierre-Paul, the Giants. That is my defensive player of the year. Coach of the year, I'm going with Chan Gailey from Buffalo. God knows to guide the Bills back to the playoffs is a monumental feat, especially in that division of New England. Chan Gailey is my coach of the year. To top it off, the NFL MVP. Little brother's all grown up. Eli Manning is your NFL MVP. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's JJ's 2012 predictions. We'll revisit these at the end of the year to see how many of these went wrong. So to recap from the NFC, the Giants win the East, the Packers win the North, Atlanta wins the South, the 49ers win the West, Detroit and Tampa Bay get the 2 wild cards, and the Giants come out of the NFC. In the AFC, Buffalo wins the East, Cincinnati wins the North, Houston wins the South, Kansas City wins the West, the Patriots and the Ravens win the wild cards, Kansas City comes out of the West, the Giants face the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and win as back-to-back champions. Your NFL MVP is Eli Manning. Your Coach of the Year is Chan Gailey. Your Offensive Player of the Year is Calvin Johnson. Your Defensive Player of the Year is Jason Pierre-Paul. Your Comeback Player of the Year is any Detroit Lions running back who is injured. Your Offensive Rookie of the Year is Andrew Luck. And your Defensive Player of the Year is Donta Hightower. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, and to me that means fall and winter is back, and JJ couldn't be happier about that, because I fucking hate the summer. I hate the fucking heat, I really do. I love the fall and winter. That's my time of year. But anyway, so let's see how many of these go wrong in how many months? August, September, October, November, December, January, I think I count that right. September, October, November, December, January, February, 6-7 months, something like that. I don't know when the Super Bowl date is. It's about 6-7 months. We'll visit this in 6-7 months, see how many of these went wrong, and I'm sure along the way, if any go catastrophically wrong, we'll get a good laugh out of it. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is JJ Jerry Rum saying, drink up.